It's 3 a.m. You're not asleep, you're budgeting in your head. Car breaks, job loss, dog gets sick. One surprise bill and it feels like everything collapses. And everyone online says the same thing. If you want peace, you need 6 figures. You need 1 million. No, you don't. There's a much smaller number that flips your money from fragile to stable. A number that turns every what if from a disaster into an inconvenience. That number is $20,000. And in this video, I'm going to show you why $20,000 is the tipping point where the math and your psychology start working with you. But first, you need one image you'll never forget. Imagine your financial life is a boulder on a hill. When you start at $0, the boulder is basically glued to the ground. You push and it barely moves. That phase is brutal because the progress is invisible. You're changing habits, saying no, skipping upgrades, and it feels like you're getting nowhere. That's the climb from $0 to $20,000. But once you hit $20,000, it's like you reach the top of the hill. The boulder doesn't become weightless, it just stops fighting you. And now, this is the important part. Momentum starts helping. So let's prove it with numbers. Quick note, this isn't a get-rich-quick video. This is about reaching the point where your money stops being an emergency waiting to happen. Here's the simple scenario. You save $1,000 a month and you invest it at 8%. Nothing fancy, just consistent. Now watch what happens. Your first $20,000 takes the longest, it's the heaviest push. But your second $20,000 gets easier, even if you change nothing. Because once you have money invested, it starts showing up to work beside you. Think of it like this. At the beginning, you have one worker, you. Every dollar comes from your time. But after $20,000, you now have a second worker, your money. It's not replacing you, it's just quietly adding extra output every month. And that's where people finally feel the shift. At small balances, returns feel like a joke. 10% on $2,000 is $200. That's a decent dinner. It's not a new life. But 10% on $20,000 is $2,000. That's not nice. That's an entire extra month of savings without you working extra shifts. And once you experience that once, you stop thinking of investing as something rich people do. You start seeing it as leverage. So the point isn't that $20,000 is magical. The point is that $20,000 is where compounding becomes noticeable. Before that, it feels slow and unfair. After that, it starts feeling cooperative. Now here's what spreadsheets don't tell you. The biggest change isn't in your account. It's in your brain. When you have no savings, you live in survival mode. A check engine light isn't a car problem, it's a countdown clock. Every decision becomes a stress decision. Can I afford this? Will this ruin me? What if something else happens next week? But with a real buffer, something like $20,000, your life changes. A $500 repair becomes annoying, not catastrophic. You don't spiral, you solve it. And that does something powerful. You stop burning mental energy on constant micro-decisions. You stop playing defense all day. And for the first time, you have bandwidth to play offense, which leads to the most underrated benefit of this milestone. $20,000 is what I call walking away money. When you're paycheck to paycheck, you negotiate like someone trapped because you are. You can't risk a raise conversation. You can't risk changing jobs. You can't risk saying no. But when you have a buffer, you walk differently. You show up with a quiet confidence. I want to be here, but I don't need this to survive next week. And people feel that. The weird irony is, the moment you can walk away is the moment you get treated better. You make smarter career moves. You take strategic risks. You stop accepting chaos because you're afraid of missing rent. But there's a trap right here, and it wipes people out. A lot of people hit $20,000 and immediately destroy it. They feel relief and think, I deserve a reward. So they buy the $30,000 car, upgrade the lifestyle, start monthly payments that drag them back downhill. Don't do that. That $20,000 is not a prize, it's a seed. And if you eat the seed, you never grow the tree. Because the real win isn't the money. The real win is the identity. You became the type of person who saves. That's the hardest part of this whole journey. This isn't a diet, it's not a 30-day challenge, it's a permanent shift. You stop being a consumer first and become an investor first, and that changes what you focus on. Not the $4 coffee, the big levers, housing decisions, car loans that last forever, keeping your fixed costs low so your savings rate stays high. That's how you keep the boulder on the right side of the hill. If your bank balance is near zero right now, don't panic. The first $20,000 is the hardest money you'll ever save. It takes the longest, it demands the most willpower. But remember the boulder. Once you push through the grind, momentum shows up. Compounding starts to feel real, and you go from surviving to designing. So here's your only job. Don't aim at $20,000 first. Aim at the first $1,000, then the next. Then keep going, because the math is waiting to help you. You just have to get it moving. If this changed how you see saving and investing, hit like. And if you want the exact step-by-step plan to reach your first $20,000 faster, subscribe because that's the next video.